Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're doing the launch of the Delta 22 AIM Engineering chassis. So if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube, you've seen that I have the big brother, the Delta, that I run on my 6-dasher as well as my 6.5 Creedmoor. They've now scaled it down to make a Delta 22 dedicated to the 2.2 long rifle platforms. So here it is, specially painted for the channel with the blue Thunderbolts with the new Cerakote that AIM Engineering is now bringing out. So just overall fantastic looking chassis. I've got the big one at the back here. You can see it's exactly the same. It's a copy and paste. They've just made it smaller. The reason for that is to try and find the balance on the 2.2 rifles without adding too much weight, where the Bravo was a little bit of balanced on the back. So if you have the chassis, this is the Bravo 22. If you put it there, because of the back end being so far from the pivot point, it automatically drops to the back. So they decided to go with the Delta and see if they can reverse engineer the balance system of the chassis system. So we'll run through the chassis as always from the back to the front, what you get, what you can add on, what's the add-ons, what's the weight. So we'll run through the whole chassis system. As always, on the back side or on the recoil side of the chassis, they've now incorporated the Delta design, and you have a fully adjustable recoil pad for when you're in prone or shooting off obstacles. You have also the adjustment of length and pull. So if you're a little bit longer, you can extend that to increase the length of pull of the chassis. You got your cheek piece that you can adjust up and down to look straight through the scope. So that's also there. And then you've got now from AIM, they've got 3 different grips. You get the thin one, which they started with. They've had the fat one, which I've got on my Bravo, nice and fat, if you can see that. And then they've created the new one, which is like a pistol grip with the thumb for the finger indents in there as well. All right, so as talking about the grip, it is also fully adjustable forward and backwards. If you've got long hands, you can adjust your length of pull on that. Your thumb guard or the thumb rest, you got both, one on each side for the guys shooting left-handed, and that is also movable to 3 different positions. And as always, your trigger guard, and then we get to the barricade stop. So they've made this one a little bit more aggressive. I don't know if you can see that on the video there. They've made it a little bit aggressive, and the reason for that is to protect your mag, especially on the 2.2 platform. The reason for that is if you touch the mag against a barricade, it doesn't load so well. So they've decided to actually incorporate the bigger, larger barricade stop to protect the mag while you're shooting, and to make sure that it does not press against any of the the barricades that you shoot off. As well, they've moved it up a little bit, so there's ease to get your finger out to release the mag and take it out and replace. So nice new design specifically for the Delta 22, just giving you space to work with when you do a mag change. Going forward, you've got the built-in Arca rail. You've got the top rails on the top. With the Delta, you get 2 because there's no mag. They wanted to add the value, so you get 2 top rails, and the reason for that is just to fill it up. I used to have the sunshade on here, not sure where it is, but it comes to here, so I took it off just to put the second top rail just to see what it looks like. And that is the chassis. That's the chassis system from the back to the front. So let's talk length and weight. From the back of the recoil pad to the front of the chassis is 900 millimeters. So it's about 35.4 inches for the guys that's interested in inches. So quite nice and long. And as I said before, it's just to get the balance right with the heavy back end that they've got on the chassis. So 900 millimeters long. The bare chassis, if you only take it with the 2 top rails, excluding the rifle and the weight system, is 2.4 kilograms. In terms of weight, the Delta, as well as the big Delta, gives you 3 possible areas of adding weight. It's of course the normal M-LOK system, which you've got on the side. You can load that quite well. You've got the internal, below the barrel weights. You can add 3 weights there. And inside of the Arca, you can add 4 weights. So 3 possible areas of adding weight. So the bare weight, as we said, is 2.4 kilos with the 2 top rails. If you take the all-inclusive AIM Engineering weight package, you can pack up about 1.6 kilograms of weight onto this chassis, which will make the chassis without the scope and the rifle, including the amount of weight you can put on here, 4 kilograms for the complete chassis. So nice and heavy if you add all the weights. There is 3 options of weights available. You get the half system, the full system, and the all-inclusive AIM Engineering weight package. So with the all-inclusive weight package, that's where you add that 1.6 kilos. The other 2, you only get half of the internal weights and half of the Arca rails, but I'll explain it in the description below if you are keen on buying weights with your chassis. So there you have it, guys. This is the Delta 22 rifle chassis system dedicated specifically to the 22 long rifle platforms. So talking about platforms, the Delta 22 has the CZ452, the CZ457, the Bruno Mod 1, the Bruno Mod 2, Norinco, and Tikka inlets already available. The CZ455 is on the list to be done, as well as a few others. But keep your eye on the website, my website or AIM Engineering's website, to see which inlets will become available in the near future. So as always, for a launching video on the channel, we always like to give you guys a good price. So the Delta system, the recommended retail price from AIM Engineering is going to be 8,700 Rand for the guys locally. It will be available for the international guys via the agents. But for the guys in South Africa, 8,700 Rand. And of course, if you use the AIM Small Miss Small code, the ASMS code on my website or on AIM Engineering's website, or if you give Werner a call or myself a call, you can get an 8% discount, which will bring the chassis price to 7,995. So just below 8,000 for this incredible chassis system. Get yours today. It is available. It might take a little bit of time to cut specific inlets, but we will get there and we'll get them available to all of you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's something on the chassis that you want to specifically see, please comment in the section below. I'll contact you. We'll show you all the details and we'll give you the spec sheet of the chassis. But I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and we hope to see you again. Remember to subscribe. See you again.